and welcome to today's episode of the Beauty Industry Podcast, your online support community for the professional beauty industry, connecting you with educational pieces, innovative industry products, and inspiration from industry experts. I am your host, founding director of Beauty Industry, Tamara Shaw. Today, I'm lucky enough to bring to you the most brilliant business idea our industry has seen in a while, which is going to blow your minds. We are speaking with Carla Preston of Beauty in a Box Co., which is an all-inclusive, freestanding, portable treatment room that can be delivered to your house or location and is instantly set up for you and running so you can perform treatments. This episode is a little more petite than others. However, once we got to the concept and development, we didn't want to oversell it to you, as you will just have to check it out for yourself to see what all of the fuss is about. From Beauty in a Box Co., today we welcome Carla Preston.
Thank you for having me.
No, my pleasure. Thank you so much for coming on board. So for those who don't know yet, what is Beauty in a Box Co.? So can you please share with our listeners your incredible business?
Yes, of course. So Beauty in a Box Co. is a business. We fit out 20-foot shipper containers into beautiful salons and deliver them to your door for beauty therapists and hairdressers to work from home. Just so a different alternative to actually, giving up their third bedroom or having clients walk through your house.
Incredible. And I know a lot of therapists and even myself, energy is huge. And so, if you have a client who may be a little bit down or, maybe they're not feeling themselves or they've got a little bit of bad juju, walking through the house is a huge thing. So this definitely stops that because it's essentially outside in the backyard, isn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly right. So what we do is we get our clients to take photos of their block and send them to us, and then we work out what the best space is on their block. And then it just sort of gives people, as you were saying, you can sort of still provide a beautiful salon experience, but they don't have to walk through your house.
Yeah, amazing. And so when was the moment for you where your light bulb switched on and you were thinking, oh my God, this is an incredible business, I'm going to create it?
Well, I actually owned 2 waxing and tanning businesses in Byron Bay. And
Right.
I was paying in excess of about $100,000 a year just straight to the landlord. So I was working really, really hard and having to pay, these shop front leases. And so I really wanted to sort of work from home, but I still, I didn't want my clients to have to step over my children's toys. And I didn't want to have to make sure that all the dishes in the sink were clean and all that sort of stuff. So I wanted my clients to still get that real good experience. But I could also charge at-home salon prices, which everyone was winning.
Incredible. And so about the box, what kind of treatments can you perform in there? Because I saw at the Sydney Beauty Expo this year, your stand, it wasn't even a stand, it's like a whole treatment room within the expo. It was buzzing and there was a few little areas set up in the room itself. So what kind of treatments is able to be performed in there?
Well, so the one that I had at the expo, I actually specialize in waxing and tanning. So I had a waxing room down one end and a tanning room down the other, and then a little waiting area in the middle. But we work with our clients to design a space that suits their business. So some people might want just one treatment room and then a bigger waiting area so they could put perhaps a nail table in.
Perfect.
Or I'm also working with a lash tech at the moment where she doesn't actually want any room, so she wants it all open, and then she could just put her lash beds down the center with a big, beautiful deck off the front. Yeah, so there's a lot of different options depending on what the clients want.
Yeah, incredible. So really kind of customizable.
Yep, absolutely customizable to what the client needs. And we also paint the container the color that suits their business. and we put their little logo at the entry, just like the one at the expo.
So cool. And so in terms of, there was a lot of really cool styling in the box. Is that kind of come with the part of the package, or do you advise on, you could put this here, you could put this there? What is, because I imagine many beauty therapists wouldn't know how to completely style a treatment room. Where do you get that kind of inspiration from?
Oh, well, look, I love the design process of it. My husband is the builder, so I sort of design them all up and he builds them for me. So we just work with our clients just to make sure that we create the perfect space for them. If someone was, more of a day spa-y theme, would have a lot of white and a lot of crisp colours. The one that I had at the expo had lots of matte black because that sort of suited my taste. So yeah, we work with our clients to make sure that we create a space that is exactly their personality and exactly their business.
Incredible. And so I think one of the most difficult things for a therapist would definitely be looking at all of the building and electrical and plumbing and things like that. So what needs to be set up and what doesn't need to be set up in terms of getting the rooms all up and running and fully functional?
Well, the way we design them, they're considered transportable in terms of council approval. So they're much the same as a caravan in a caravan park. So none of the services are actually hooked up to your block, which means that you don't need council approval. But we do recommend checking with your council because they are all different. So what we do is our electrician, all you have to do is just plug it into a 10 amp power lead and you run off the power from your house. And we also have 2 water tanks at the back, one grey water, one fresh water. So what you can do is, so none of it's hooked up to your actual services. So when you move the house, we can just pop your salon container on a truck and move it to your next destination.
Wow, that is amazing. I'm so excited.
Thank you.
Have you just got so much traction since you've launched this business?
We really, really have. And, I think I really wanted to target, I'm a mum of 2 young boys, and I really, really wanted to target those busy mums who still wanted to have a beautiful salon and still run a business, but still be a mum number one. So I'm getting a lot of interest of people working from home, and, our beautiful husbands are reluctant to give up their garages, unfortunately. And the average Australian house just doesn't have a spare bedroom. We just don't have the space. So I'm hopefully, sort of covering a lot of things for people.
Yeah, and even so, with the limitations to a home business, as you were saying, the average Australian home doesn't have a spare bedroom. But then to gain council requirements, you've got to have a sink, you've got to have a separate entrance. It can't be through the front door. So there's lots of difficulty actually around owning a home business. And I know from a product point of view, a lot of product companies actually won't stock unless you do comply with council. So unless you do have that sink and separate entry. So this kind of, if you were to call a product rep, they would be able to say, yeah, of course. Well, you tick all of the boxes.
Absolutely.
Now, now we're happy to stock.
Yeah, absolutely. And, all our containers come with hot and cold running water. They come with a little sink for hand washing, just to make sure that everything is above board and it does get passed.
Yeah, amazing. And so the box, and we'll link it on all of our social and digital channels so that people can see the box that we're talking about. It's a fully functional treatment room. It's just incredible. And so at the Beauty Expo, you kind of walk in, if I can paint a picture for our listeners, you walk in, imagine like a portable classroom, say, and then there's almost like this little reception waiting area. And to the left, there is the waxing treatment room, the spray tanning, treatment room that you had set up. And then to the right, there was a bed and a small kind of room. And then that was where you did the waxing. Is this kind of layout, is it customizable? So if I wanted 2 treatment beds to the left instead of the right, or if I didn't want, a waiting area at all, or could I have 4 treatment beds? How flexible are you in terms of size?
Oh, absolutely. So the standard shipper containers come in 20 foot or 40 foot. So the one at the expo was 20 foot.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone wanted 4 rooms, I'm actually working with someone in Melbourne at the moment who's wanting a 40-foot container because she wants extra treatment rooms. She wants a nail table. She wants a few little bits and pieces. So, yeah, absolutely customizable to what the client wants.
Yeah, very cool. And is there room for shelving and kind of stock cupboards and keeping all the consumables in there as well?
Absolutely, definitely. My treatment room, I've got a lockable cupboard in my tan room, just for all my product. And yeah, so we absolutely design it to whatever you need.
Very, very cool. And can I ask, you don't have to say exactly, but ballpark, because I imagine you're going to have a lot of inquiries after this episode. What
Absolutely.
kind of price range are you looking at to get one of these boxes?
Yeah, sure thing. So as a rough figure, they range from about 25,000 to 45,000, depending on what you want. So they come with split systems, a little deck off the front. They come fully insulated with refrigeration paneling. So they stay really nice and warm in the winter and nice and cool in the summer. So as a 25,000, it's just a ballpark start off figure, a very basic build, not a lot of treatment rooms. And then we can sort of just build from there.
Incredible. It's so achievable. I think, well, I know this is just the most amazing business. And I first saw you post on a Facebook group, and I think it was just must have been a casual post for you. You were like, hey guys, I've got this business idea. What do you think? And I think you had like 300 or 400 people message you. And I was like, I need to speak to you.
I know. That was so, yeah. And, I love those beauty websites. I mean, I love those beauty Facebook pages. It's really good for the community and yeah, so I just wanted to launch it and see people's reaction. And I got a really good reaction, which I'm really happy about.
That's incredible. And so where can our audience go to find out more about Beauty in a Box Co. and all of the social and digital pages?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can find us at www.beautyinaboxco.com.au. And you can also find us on Instagram and Facebook under Beauty in a Box Co.
Brilliant. Well, I'll make sure that we link everything in. And if you, Carla, make a member profile on our website, then people can contact you directly and pick your brain all things Beauty in a Box Co.
I will. And thank you so much for having me, Tamara. And thank you for everyone listening.
My absolute pleasure. Thanks so much for joining us today, Carla. As always, if you have enjoyed today's podcast, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. As we are an independent podcast, it really does help spread the word. We've had a few people screenshot our podcast and pop it on their social media channels through their Instagram stories, and that has also really helped propel us to the next level. If you have a colleague or a friend who doesn't know what a podcast is, grab their phone and hit subscribe. In the meantime, don't forget to jump onto our online member community via the website. And while you're there, connect with Carla from Beauty in a Box Co. to pick her brains all things portable treatment rooms. Until next time, stay connected. Thanks for tuning in to episode 24 of the Beauty Industry Podcast. Next Monday for episode 25, we talk all the things digital marketing with Kayla Houlihan of Tribe Skincare, an Instagram brand which is setting its sights for success. Until next time, stay connected.